and there was an imposter and some cheap knockoff version.
Miss.
And we're back. Hello, everybody. Again, I'm Kefka14. Welcome to SDAT 2023. For those of you just tuning in, we are raising money for Save the Children, but let's get on with the run, shall we? I am joined by my longtime friend, fellow twister, qwillinallthefish, who's going to be running Super Sami roll. We got to have more reptilian, tonguey goodness. Go ahead and take it away, Quill.
Heck yeah, man. We've been friends for like 10 years. That's crazy.
Dude, it's wild.
That's awesome. Hey, guys. Welcome back to the gaming portion of SDAT. I know you love the intermission screens, but we're here for games. That's what we're going to do. We're also here for donations, so a single $20 donation, and I'll yeet Yoshi right behind me. Just right behind me. So a single 20, he's gone. Also, shout out to me doing Yoshi's Woolly World next Saturday. But for now, let's go ahead and get into Super Sami roll. We'll kind of explain this game as we get into it. And Kefka, as well, in addition to hosting, will be commentating a little bit here too. So get ready for a good time between us. But if we're ready on time, then we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So yeah, guys, this is Super Sami roll. First thing we're going to do is skip a cutscene. The cutscene is you're Sammy. Your girlfriend Vera was taken by the evil monkey Albert, and you got to get to her to save her. That's the entire story of the game. The backstory of the game, in terms of like reality, is this was a solo dev project from a great developer whose username is Venox. He might be in chat or listening or something right now. I know he loves to check out the marathon runs. So Venox is a great guy, involved in the community. So that looked really awkward. I'm going to go ahead and explain now that my controller is paired via Bluetooth, and I cannot get it to do it via wired. So occasionally it drops inputs, and that's what happened there. I'm gonna scoot a little bit, see if I can get a better connection. But shout outs to Venox for making this game. Also recently released a game called Bat Boy, which is a 2D platformer / action game. So you guys should check that out too on Steam, as well as this game. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I highly recommend it. It's also probably one of the most difficult 3D platformers I've ever played. That was a weird bounce off that spring. That's okay, we can work with it.
One thing I want to note too is there actually is another character you can play as that has like a glide ability named Vera.
Yeah.
So if you want to try a different sort of, you like this game but you don't want to potentially fall and die often, that is also an option, I suppose.
Yeah, Vera is a little bit easier to not die with, for sure. The speedruns, especially the ILs, are much more optimized than Sammy. I think Sammy has a lot of work to do still, but yeah, Vera is definitely a really cool character as well. Definitely recommend. Now, I guess we should talk a little bit about the gameplay. So this is a 3D platformer. It's part of the tongue block, as you can see, because we use Sammy's tongue to platform. I'm donating $1 for every death, so if you hear me count like 1 right there, I need to keep track of that in my head, and saying it out loud will help me too. So it's a 3D platformer. You can use your tongue to grapple onto walls, enemies, or really anything. And that's pretty much it. You also have this ground pound button, and the ground pound will let you get a little extra height. It also lets you fall faster, I guess. It's not like that versatile of a tool. There's no way to like damage enemies or anything in this game. Where the depth of this game comes from is that you have a lot of freedom in the movement. So things like what you would expect, like you hold jump longer, you get a higher jump. That, of course, is there. But also, holding jump longer means you fall slower, kind of like in Super Mario World, if you guys are familiar with that speedrun at all. If you are ground pounding, the distance you go up is dependent on how close you are to the ground. So the closer you are to the ground, or the more that you've fallen hitting the ground pound button, the higher you'll go.
Does that little reset count as a death, Quill?
Yes, that was 3.
Haha.
Yeah, we do the like little retry instead of actually just waiting for the death because it's faster. But I was 100% dead there. I was not recovering. So one retry that won't count is when we do something like this. That is a checkpoint abuse where we jumped below that checkpoint and we activated it from below. Not for... Thank you, Run. So this next level is going to be an example of where the bounce close to the ground matters. So first I'm going to just kind of get up here, but then you're going to see me jump and wait until I'm at the edge of this platform. There's 4. So you're going to see me go up here, and then I'm going to jump, and when I get right near the edge and low to the ground, I'll just barely be able to grab onto that platform and make it. That obviously is important. If you didn't do the wait till the end there of the jump, then you will not be able to make that. All right, here's a life eater. There's 5. So this trick
is difficult.
Yeah, there's 6. 7. 8. This has been giving me a lot of problems recently. 9. 10. This is not good for me, guys. This is an easier level in the run. 11. When we get to World 3 and 4, I expect to die more than this. 12. Heck. 13. I'm making this look harder than it is. 14.
You really don't have a lot of clearance to grab onto that island, though, over there.
No, you do not. 15. 16. I've never failed it this much.
SBW saying no Taco Bell for you tonight.
Nope, I can't afford it anymore. 18. Wow, I can't believe that one didn't make it. 19. There we go. We did it. Short hop. All right, guys, Lakey180 in the chat, also known as SNC. SNC is the name he's more commonly known by. Is much better than me at this game, and also is running this game at PAX Australia. Is that right? Woo! I almost died. No more deaths from here on out. Hey, with no more deaths, and let's say I went with gold pace throughout the entire rest of this run, I would PB by 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. Like that's how much time save I have in this run compared to my PB right now. But this game is very difficult, like I was saying. So the speed run obviously is going to be very difficult if the game by default is pretty difficult. Okay, we're entering our first boss stage here. There's only 4 worlds in this run, and all of them will end with a boss like this. Oops. So we're going to climb this tower, and as you can see, we're expected to go around, but we're not going to go around. We're just going to climb straight up to the top, and then we're going to fight Albert. And all of the bosses except the one in World 2 are RNG. So this guy's going to drive around for a random amount of time. He's going to shoot a missile, and then we're going to try to hold onto this missile and not hit him. We didn't do it successfully, but we want to let him shoot a second missile before we hit him, so then the second missile's out. And unfortunately, we got really good RNG on the timing of that second missile, and awful execution of saving the missile. But we got good RNG again, so we're going to see the strat here. Oh, it didn't hit him! He has iframes at a very small increment. Also, what's going on, Mikdarvarian? I see you. Please. Oh, this is going poorly. That's okay. It's for charity.
To answer your question, Kitsune, the trip to the beach did not go so well.
No, it did not. The worst it's gone in a very long time. All right, we're entering World 2. Kefka, do you have any donations or anything to read? And do you also have anything that you'd like to say about the game? I've been talking a lot, introducing it, and didn't give you too much of an opportunity.
No, we're all caught up on donations, but I would like to remind everybody that we are raising money for Save the Children, which is, of course, an amazing charity. You all have done great. We are at $1,600 currently, which is just phenomenal. You all have done wonderful. Please keep those donations coming in. I do also want to say, though, that after this run is the Chameleon Twist 2 race, and there is a character bid war for that, and that poll will be closing soon. So if you want to get any donations in for that, now is definitely the time. If you want to get a snipe in to see your favorite chameleon.
That was death number 20.
And I also want to take a moment to plug that Bug Snacks bonus DLC boss.
Oh,
role
yeah.
again.
That'll be interesting. I loved Bug Snacks. I actually speedran that game for a little while, but then I never ended up playing the DLC, so I'm excited to see that.
You know, I just realized I completely said the wrong thing earlier. Like, right when I started my my hosting block here, I said that Bug Snacks was like Paper Mario. I was thinking of Bug Fables. I'm so sorry, folks.
Hey, every game is like Paper Mario if you break it down to the most core level of it's a video game. So, technically. So, this game is very consistent with its difficulty. It will consistently rise throughout the game. But in terms of the speed run, it somehow just like jolts ahead in World 3. There will be some easy levels throughout, and Worlds 3 and 4. But in World 3, even like 3-1, we immediately get to significantly harder stuff. So, be prepared. World 2 is our breather before we get there. I mentioned that there's very niche mechanics in this game. Here's one of them. If we jump from the edge like that, very aptly named an edge jump, we actually get more forward momentum and less upward height than we normally would from a jump. So in some places, we use that to be able to make jumps like that one. But in other places, we might accidentally get an edge jump from just trying to get that last bit of distance that we can, but then not have enough height to actually make the jump that we're going for. Also, we're going to go for a strat here. It doesn't work sometimes because it's hard. Ooh, we got it, the cactus jump.
Ooh, nice. GG on that.
That's a hard one. For a long time, I didn't think it was possible, and then I saw SNC do it and realized it was possible.
We do have a quick donation, though.
Oh, let's hear it.
So we have $5 from Kitsune.
What's up, kid?
Kitsune says, honk, wait, wrong game. Boing, oh, that's wrong too. Q. Good luck, Quill, you got this. And it goes towards the Pokemon Snap upgrade to Hundo Wundo, and also a poll for Chameleon Twist 2. Choose Chameleon, but I can't really see exactly what Kitsune has chosen, so that'll be fun.
Where are we at on the Chameleon Twist 2 colors? As you guys know, as you probably know, I guess, I'm a big Chameleon Twist runner, which is actually how Kefka and I met. And I've speedrun both games. Also speedrun both of them in Speed Docs marathons. So I'm very excited for that one, and I'm commentating that race, so need that update.
To no surprise whatsoever, Fred is winning.
Let's go.
Yeah, you all and your Fred. Anyway, and in second place, again, is Linda, or in this case, Rinda, I suppose.
Shoutouts to Rinda.
Agreed.
I don't understand what happened there. They named her Linda in the first game, and then Rinda in the second game. It's the same development team.
Wait, is her name actually Linda in the U.S. version?
Yeah, it's Linda in the US version. It's just in the JP version of Chameleon Twist 2 that they call her Rinda. I think. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. You guys know everything. Alright, here's another little thing that happens in this game. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I may refer to something in the game happening that I'll call getting bounced. So, if you watch me as I jump on platforms, especially big jumps, Sami will land, make a dust cloud, and then land again. It'll be like a little bounce. In that little bounce, you cannot jump. So if you are trying to make a very tight window of a jump, it can absolutely kill you. And I refer to that as getting bounced. I don't know if everybody refers to it as getting bounced, it's just me. But it's a rough mechanic to have to like keep in mind, because you just want to keep going, and sometimes the game just stops you. And I guess something that you guys probably noticed by now, this game was heavily inspired by Monkey Ball in the way that you are momentum based. So your run speed is not just going to be like topping out or anything. It is very much you have to accelerate to your top speed, and bumping into stuff can stop you and whatnot. This is a fun stage. There's this decorative octopus dude in the background, and we're just going to abuse him. Please. He is very janky, though. There we go. Bug. Alright, hate that bug. Alright, and then we skip the whole level. You may also notice that in the top right, I don't know where it's at, of the screen, there's a little camera icon, and occasionally you'll hear the little camera noise, and that switches. I am one of a few runners that play on automatic cam, and most people just play on the standard, or the, yeah, I guess it would be standard manual cam, where you have to move every part of the camera by yourself. I like the automatic cam because it turns with me, and it kind of reminds me of Monkey Ball. Alright, we're into World 2 boss, which is cool. This one is not RNG. This tower is also a little bit harder to climb until you get to that point. A little bit of awkward geometry. The heights just don't work out for your moveset. So hopefully we don't mess this guy up, but our goal is to lead him into the center and bounce on his head for a little while. See if we can get him more centered. The camera also rotates around you and flips around in the center. It didn't happen too badly there. But after a couple attacks, he's going to shoot out some mines, and then we have to just lead him into the mines. We don't want to hit them ourselves, because it will bounce us really high. And then we're going to just damage boost into his head, and that'll hit him. Oop. That's right. Didn't affect us too bad. So we stopped Albert at his next base, and now we can move on to World 3, the Ice World. And you may be thinking, ice in a momentum-based game? This sounds horrible. And it can be, but for the most part, I think this is one of the better ice physics I've ever played in a game. So, this trick... Oh, we got it, okay. So, like I was saying, everything in this game is momentum-based. That is very momentum-based. The wind hitting you a certain amount of time is important to be able to make that jump. And you can save it with tongue jumps and stuff, but it can be very difficult. This is our first stage where we do something that an IL is extremely common, but they're very inconsistent. And it's what I like to call an edge bounce. There's corner bouncing, which we didn't do in 1.6, and a lot of runners do it. This is an edge bounce. Didn't get enough momentum there. I don't know if the owl has a name, Dayman. No, 21. So we need a lot of speed here. Bouncing off of the edge of this post. And if we get that speed, we can then ricochet off of the button and use that to make it all the way to the end. This is a pretty difficult trick. But I really like this one. I think it looks really cool. Oh, that was not nearly enough speed. So this is why this type of strat is mostly done in ILs. But this one saves significant amounts of time. So we do it in the run. We're going to see that again in 4.11, where it's extremely important. It's like a 1.5 minute time save on a single level. Yeah, if you watch SNC's run, like, his PB, or if you watch the marathon that he's going to be in later this year, I think it's in October, you will see some different strats than what I do in some levels. And that's not... It's like a preference thing. I guess we saw some edge bouncing in 1.4, but that wasn't as important. But like, SNC does not do the 3-2 bounce.
All right, we got a couple donations here.
You picked a very good time. This level is long and not that impressive.
Most excellent. So we have one donation from Running a Week, who has donated for Jack and Linda for CT2. So looks like our boy Jack is now in the runnings a little bit.
Ooh. I hate Jack. Kefka loves Jack. We have debates about whether he burned down a village or not.
And we have a $5 donation from Cat's Eye, who says, "Heart the sand eels."
Oh, what's up, Cat? Cat loves the sand eels.
They are pretty cool. They kind of remind me of the big dune worm things in the Beetlejuice movie.
Oh, yeah?
Very similar in aesthetic, honestly.
All right, here's a bounce thing where we have to get real close to the ground. Otherwise, you cannot make that jump. It took me forever to figure out how that worked. I saw Squid run this game. If you guys know Liquid Squid, an excellent speedrunner of many games, he has absolutely claimed this world record. SNC is the next closest and is 3 minutes behind, and I'm after that and I'm an additional 3 minutes behind SNC. This is a fun level. You just get to climb around some spikes on a wall. They're there to stop you, but if you try real hard, you can get around them. Alright, so we're going to do 2 levels in a row here that are pretty difficult. This first one is mostly this first trick. This is a very jank trick. There's 22?
23, actually.
Oh, 23, okay. 24? 25? Alright, alright. Alright, we're through, but we can still die on the later part of this. This is not at all easy. I'm going to wait for this cycle because I wouldn't have made it. You get some weird momentum on moving platforms, so that would have killed me there. Alright, so we're at 25 deaths so far. More than I'd like to be at, for sure. I'm waiting again here. This level is very scary. That's 3-7. Now, the next level is one of the few levels that I added an optimization to. And it's an auto-scroller. So, what we're going to be doing is skipping the first half of the auto-scroller. I guess a little less than half, but we're going to first avoid this bird. Real hard right there. Now we're going to stand in the middle of this platform and wait for this bar to go by. And we'll jump past and bounce off of, or tongue off of these 3 purple dudes. Grab this pole. Get over here. This is where it gets real hard. Bird. 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 And we made it. And then we can do a checkpoint abuse, and it resets the platform. And we have moved the platform this far real quickly.
Really nicely done. That's extremely difficult.
Yeah, and it's one of the most, I think it might be the most punishing, like, death in the run for, like, failing a trick, because it's like 35 or 40 seconds per death, and most levels in this game are not 35 to 40 seconds.
So we got a little bit of minor infighting going on in the chat here with the Chameleon Twist 2 color. I just want to point out, Fred is only ahead now by 26 cents.
Oh, can we see Fred get overtaken? It's never happened. And I'd like to remind everybody that a single $20 donation of one time, I yeet the Yoshi plushie. He's chilling right here, but he won't be for long. Alright, so those are two of the hardest levels in a row. I guess 2-7's not that hard. It's just, oh, heck. Alright, we didn't quite get the cycle there. But those, 3-8 especially is, did I say 2-7? I meant 3-7. 3-8 especially is very difficult. There's a checkpoint abuse right there.
I do want to mention, Ron, that your donation all went towards Linda. I am not sure if it's possible to separate part of your donation into Jack and part of it into Linda. So that has certainly affected the total somewhat. I don't know the technicalities behind how that works exactly. I apologize.
In case you guys hadn't heard, Popcorn Parfait was saying in the Discord earlier that if she doesn't get to play Fred, she will literally die. So, you can do with that information what you will. I have my splits up, and it's on an auto splitter for this game, except for 3-6 for some reason. It just doesn't work for that level. And I have golded that last level, Toxicity City, like the last 5 runs. I don't understand. I'm just getting like 1 frame golds or something. Okay, 312 here. Very difficult, very long level. Pretty cycle dependent in a couple areas where you see those, I like to compare them to the beat blocks in Mario Galaxy. Might be Mario Galaxy 2. I also know they're in 3D World. This game has a lot of inspiration from Sonic and 3D World as well. Mario 3D World. So, because we made that cycle, we could do that movement there, which is, we're on the cycle that I know and want to see. You also don't want to die here, obviously because it loses time, but also, oh no, 26. I guess we'll get to see. I'll explain when we get over there now.
We have a $3 donation from D.Hat, Ditto Fat. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize, but it goes towards Linda, and Linda is now in the lead.
Let's go, Linda. Oh, geez, Louise, Sammy, how did I save that? Also, I don't know if you guys saw it because I was flying around at the speed of sound there, but one of those purple platform sections just doesn't spawn correctly if you have to retry from checkpoint. So we should be good here. Okay, we're good. We've made it out of 312, one of the hardest levels in the run. I'd also like to point out that we have a couple people working on a loadless timer for this game. So if you want to get into a game that's about to have a revival in activity, as soon as we have a loadless timer, people are going to be interested in running the game more, because then it's not going to be so dependent on loads. My computer is pretty good, Squid's computer is pretty good, so our times are not going to be affected that much by the loadless timer. But somebody like SNC is losing like a minute or something to loads, which is unfortunate. We want to make it fair for everybody. This game is also... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, CJ has said that the username I butchered was, "Did I do that?" In hindsight, very obvious. I apologize.
This game is also on Switch, Xbox, and PS4. So when we get runs that are on console, once we have the loadless timer working so we know where the splits are going to be on PC, we are going to, as a mod of the game, I can say this for sure, manually load remove console times so that the runs can all be on the same board. And I hope I don't regret this decision. I hope that there's not some massive influx of runners that all play on the Switch version that make me eat my words, but for now, the plan is to... Oh no, I double grabbed there. There's a death. What is that, 27?
Wait, this game has a Switch port?
Yeah. Fun fact, this is one of two 3D platformers on the entire library of the Switch that myself and the developer of this game are aware of that runs at 60 FPS. Every other 3D platformer on the Switch runs at 30 so that it can run effectively on the hardware of the Switch. But this game and the other game is Mario Odyssey, which has a ton, an absolute truckload of optimizations in order to be able to run at 60 FPS and look that beautiful. One of the things that Venox has said about making this game and making it run at 60 FPS on the Switch, that's an intentional reset to get rid of the ghosty goose, is that he had to sacrifice some of the graphical quality of the game and make the level simpler in order to make it work at 60 FPS. But Mario Odyssey is an absolute masterclass of optimization.
We have 2 donations, one from Running a Week, which is a total of $25, and it says Jack/Linda Supremacy. Thanks for that, Run. And we have a $20 donation from Noah for Fred, of course, that says, "For my baby boy."
All right, Noah, tell me in the chat, is that also to yeet the Yoshi? Do you want me to yeet the Yoshi? I'll have time right now when I do this, when I get to this boss cutscene. Ooh, not eating it.
Interestingly, though, Jack and Linda are now tied. So that'll be interesting to figure out how that's going to work.
Somebody donate. You want me to hold him instead? All right.
Just put all your deaths on Jack, Quill. Every one of them.
Oh, you know I won't do that.
Yeah.
I might do it to Davey. Maybe we'll make it an even closer race. What am I at right now?
All you gotta do is just die like 4 more times, and then you'll be ahead.
Oh, that'll happen. We're about to do 4-1. By the way, this boss, awful with RNG. So he has this missile attack. We saw a light beam attack, and he has the attack where he drops down and you can hit him. You cannot hit him. There's the light beam. You cannot hit him while he's in the air, unfortunately. Otherwise, we'd be able to hit him early. So there we saw all 3 attacks. Now, on the other bosses in this game, the only other one that has multiple attacks, he can only do each attack once per cycle. And it has to be a different attack from the previous one. This boss can do missile into beam into missile before he drops again. Fortunately, we got decent RNG there, but I actually have the world record on that stage just because I got really, really good RNG in practice one time. Okay, so you guys know how we died a lot in that beach level? Here's 2.0 version where we have to hit an even tighter jump. 29. 30. 31. All right, we made it past. You can still die here. This last jump is pretty difficult, and you need enough momentum. All right, we're good.
So we have a $10 donation from SNC, actually.
Oh, nice.
Who says, love to see some good Sami play. Congrats on the run, Quill, and for everyone else, make sure to join the Super Sami Roll Discord server if you want to be involved with the speedrunning scene. And that actually goes towards Linda, which puts Linda back ahead of Jack. And actually, we just got another $20 anonymous donation while I'm looking at the page that says, Yeet the Yoshi.
He's gone! Oh, no.
Oh boy. It's also a Chameleon Twist 2, the bid war. Let's see where that's at now. Hold on, let's see. How did it shake things up? Oh my goodness, it's just shoving Fred into the lead as far as possible. All right, cool. Let's continue.
I'm gonna have to see if I broke anything when we're done this round. All right, sorry. This stage is really, really cool. We got a ninja level. I can't believe my ground pound didn't work. So we got some cycles going on here. Sorry, I'm still laughing at destroying my stuff behind me. This level's also very hard. Wall of World 4, very difficult. So we get to this first checkpoint. However, the second part is very difficult. Interestingly, you can use your tongue on electrified platforms, but if you touch them, they will kill you. They don't immediately kill you, they bounce you up and then probably kill you. Okay, here we go. We're gonna ride along this clear pipe. I might not have enough speed now. Alright. We're gonna do a very specific setup so we time those sword beams correct. Oh no, dude! That's 34. Or no, 33, I'm sorry. 34. So we did everything right and just missed the tongue jump, which happens. It's a tight tongue jump.
I do want to say that last donation brought us over $1,700 raised for children.
Let's go.
Fantastic. Yeah, good job, everybody. It's a fantastic charity. And just as a reminder, every donation you make will go straight to the charity, and it's for an extremely good cause. So be sure to keep them rolling in, folks.
Yo, I see Game Time in the chat. How you doing, Chief? Thank you for clipping the yeet.
Yeah, I already DM'd that clip to you as well for later consumption.
Thank you, thank you. So this level's pretty cool. Oh, what was that? That's 35. You guys missed one while we were laughing at the Yoshi yeet. So there's a new strat here that I learned from SNC. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna balloon bounce here. Ooh, and we barely make that. I missed my angle. It's okay. We're still alive, so everything's fine. You gotta do that one very close to center, but to the left just a little bit. That way you get the height, but not too far away from that platform to make it up there. So far, this run isn't too bad. Runs can definitely go worse than this. So here we have a wall climb, which is fun. That's one of the interesting things about this game. There's a lot of routes you can take for every level. So if you download this game's $15 and goes on sale pretty often. So add it to your Steam wishlist and buy the game. Either for $15, which is appreciated by the developer, of course. Again, this is an indie game, solo dev project. So appreciate any money that you can support him with. But also, it does go on sale if that's a little pricey for you for a game maybe you're not sure you'll enjoy it. And there's plenty of content in this game that I'm not showing. Every level has a hidden raspberry to collect. There's costumes. There's so many costumes. There's a lot of costumes. If you're a costume lover.
Do people speedrun getting the raspberries, perchance?
Not yet. I plan to eventually. I really want to do at least like one run of. I'm gonna get this checkpoint. I've died here too much recently. One run of all exits and one run of 100%. So look forward to that. Nobody has done one on the boards yet, though. And if you missed it earlier, there is Vera as a category, which is the other character you can play as in this game after you beat the game. And Vera is really cool, and it's a flying squirrel instead of a lizard with a tongue.
Yeah, watching Squid grind out Vera runs, that was like how I spent a whole summer. It was amazing.
Also, if you guys get the chance, just go like pick 10 random ILs to watch. 5 of Vera, 5 of Sami. They do some crazy strats. There's almost always a corner bounce or an edge bounce, some kind of bounce that we don't do in any percent because they're super inconsistent. But they're very, very cool. In the world record route, there is one corner bounce, and it's in World 1 level 6. I died. All right, that's 36. Game time, I think you should. I haven't been able to look at chat too much during this run because I'm trying to explain the game and talk, and we got donations and everything too. But I highly recommend this game to everybody. It's in my top 10 games all time for just personal appeal. It might not be like #1 3D platformer ever in terms of technical spec or anything like that, but it's a very, very fun game. Also, we have TikTok Tower. We've moved on from TikTok Clock. This is what remains of it. This pole climb is awful. There's 37. I didn't have to die there, but it was faster too. So I'm doing a very specific timing on those jumps. Alright. Because if you go too quickly, the game just won't let you wall jump. And it gets a little frustrating. But them's the breaks, you know? No! What do I do? Alright, I'm dead. Alright, no checkpoint. Let's do it again. 38. I think last SDAT, when I ran this game, I had 26 deaths. To be fair, though, most of the deaths in this run were very quick because they were 20 of them almost were in the beach level.
Is that are the more deaths a product of the run being harder now, or rust, or what? Just
it's probably a little bit of rust and a little bit of sometimes things are just inconsistent. All right, here's an edge bounce level. This level's really hard, so I'm going to focus for a second. Kefka, if you want to say something. There's 40. Okay, so just so everybody knows, these meteors are RNG, so they can just stop you, and it's really annoying. 41.
Man, this strat here is hard, especially with the random meteors. It kind of reminds me of like the tower collapse in OOD almost.
42. It's one of those things that your momentum can just get stopped too.
Dayman says he's such a good speedrunner he even dies fast.
Thank you, Dayman. That's not fast enough. If you see me get the edge bounce and I get a little bounce into it like that, it's not going to be fast enough. I don't think. There's 43. So this is one of those indie game jank things. Somehow, sometimes when you ground pound like this, you're like clipped a little bit into the floor, so you can't get as high of a jump. There's 45, 44? Run? Help me out. Which one was that?
I believe 44.
Alright, there's 45. This first edge bounce that I'm doing to get over here faster is only to get over here faster. It's not really important. Meteor, please! I was there! I had the right momentum! 46, man. I've not had this much trouble with either of the levels that have given me that much trouble this run at all during practice. Even like the D-Rust practice, they've gone well. Staying alive.
Run preemptively counting.
No, I was off by a hair. There's 47 for you, Run. I got you. No, I was so close. All right. This is a disaster. We're not going over estimate so far, by the way. I've accounted for this. All right, that meteor stopped me, but it was probably good. I don't think I was making it anyways. All right, we made it. The rest of this is simple. Unless
First
I
try.
really... yeah, first try. So I'd like to point out that the next two levels took me... I'm sorry. This next level is a breather level of the end game gauntlet. Sorry, that jumps hard, but other than that, this level's not too bad. No, I got bounced. All right, I saved it. Okay, so now these next two levels probably took me around 45 minutes to an hour each during my original casual playthrough. These levels are very difficult. So if I do them well, do not let that fool you. This is very cycle-based. Oh, I got bounced, dude. 49.
The Vera route, also, yes, I noticed that we were saying it incorrectly, and I believe it was A. Well that corrected us in saying the name is Vera, not Vera.
Okay.
But the Vera route for this stage is extremely interesting to watch.
Yeah. The Sami route in the IL here, which is by SNC, by the way, is really good. I'm going to checkpoint abuse here to line up this cycle. It's not required, but I prefer it. Obviously, you're never required to checkpoint abuse, ever. We play on relaxed difficulty, which is no timer, and has checkpoints. Man, 50. But there is the advanced difficulty. There's normal as well, which is checkpoints and a timer. And then there's advanced, which is no checkpoints and a timer. And you have to play on advanced in order to get the highest rank you can get in a stage for the like individual stages rankings. All right, there's a checkpoint abuse right there. Okay, and then these springs shouldn't be too bad, but they've been known to cause problems before because you have to tongue jump the end. All right.
Do those lava eels look the same as the sand eels?
Yeah, they're the same eel. Okay, now this one's pretty hard too. This level has one really annoying quirk, which is these fire spinners. So if you retry this level, those fire spinners do not reset. They continue spinning regardless of your retry, which means they are in a different place every time that you have to retry from checkpoint or whatever, which can really throw you off. So I just never know where they're going to be, and I have to play it by ear every time. Oh no. Okay, we're good. We're good. Please.
Yeah, that was pretty clutch. That was interesting.
Please. All right. I get really tense doing the last levels in this run. We're not at all on PB pace, by the way. I don't know if that was clear from all the deaths, but we are not at all on PB pace. But I still get tense. Some of these jumps are terrifying. That fire extends further than you think it does, too, by the way. Okay, we've made it through those two levels. Those two levels saved time on my splits, even with the problems that we had on them. So now we got our classic tower stage. We gotta switch over to another wall here, because I mean, you guys can see it. The ground is there. So we gotta fix it. And what's this? There's only an owl up here. It's not the final boss. So there's an individual stage for the final boss, and this guy can be a real jerk. So we're gonna see some RNG. First we have this cutscene. So if there's any more donations, we'll get to them in just a second, but I want to explain this beginning first. He has 3 different attacks. He has Slap You with Tentacle, which is the only way you can hurt him, by making him slap into this. There is Beam Attack, which is what he's about to do, and there's Missiles. So we're going to retry until we get Tentacle Attack, and then after that, we have to just play it out. So here's Tentacle Attack, and now we're just going to try to dodge and weave throughout the rest of the attacks. He can't do 2 tentacles in a row, so we're staying over here to try to bait missiles a little bit better. Oh, and there's Tentacle. Okay, alright. We're good. Everything's fine. Alright, and if there's anything else to go over, Kefka, if anybody wants to donate for Chameleon Color last second, now's your chance to do it.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're creeping up on the end here of Super Sammy roll, so the Chameleon Twist 2 character bid war will be closing very, very shortly. I also want to add, again, Quill said this earlier, but this game is super affordable, has a very high skill ceiling. It's a pretty cool run to check out. I personally don't run it, but highly recommend checking out Super Sammy roll. It's a really good game.
I almost got hit by the beam twice. The beam will just kill you. It sends you in a very far direction. That's time, by the way. I forgot to say that we're getting close to it, but that is time. My splits have 53-38.
Yeah, that's what I saw on my end as well. GG, dude. That was a good run.
Thank you. It was a little bit rough. We had a couple of levels where we died a lot. And now I owe $50 to charity, but since it's to charity, I'm not going to sweat it too much. And I'll make sure to get it in. Make sure we get it for the bid war for the chameleons. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll give a couple closing things real quick. I don't want to hold anybody up here, but I'm qwillinallthefish. My name is on the screen somewhere. I think it's under me, right? I don't know where it's at. Whatever. It's somewhere on the screen. You guys can see it. Somebody will put it in the chat for a shout out or something. You guys can go follow me at twitch.tv/qwillinallthefish. Twitch is where I stream attempts of games like this. The other things I do on my channel, other than speedrunning, I speedrun a lot of 3D platformers and stuff, but I also have 3D platformer requests where people can request a 3D platformer using channel points. And then I also run Pokemon tournaments about every 3 months. So the next one will be in October, and we do VGC style with additional restrictions of some sort. Usually we have some sort of random element. We did Randomizer Cup for the one in July, where people were given a random Pokemon, a random color, a random move, a random type. They just had to make a team with their requirements, and we ran them against each other, and it was a great time. So that's what I do over there. Up next, we have Chameleon Twist 2, which I'm going to be commentating with Kefka. Kefka's going to be hosting, but I'll be commentating that, so I'm not going too far. And next Saturday, I'm opening the marathon with Yoshi's Woolly World. And with that, I'll let Kefka take it away while I try to figure out if I broke anything with the Yoshi plush throw.
All right, again, fantastic run, Quill. And as Quill said, the next run we have coming up is Chameleon Twist 2 any %, and it will be a race between Noah, or Popcorn Parfait, and Amahumahaba. So that's going to be super hype. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. Again, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't click away.
Thanks, everybody.